Hello, David. Are you there?
Live?
We are live.
Alright, Intimate ZVX with Stoic.
Episode 8?
Yep.
Game 4.
Bit 4, yes.
You want to do 5 games? ZvZs are kind of short. Some of them.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Alright, well, without further ado, let's make sure I'm in the game view here. Okay, we're at 41 seconds. Faster. 3, 2, 1, play.
Alright, so this is against Odyssey.
Wait,
Metalopolis, ZvZ.
I've been meaning to ask you this.
Yeah.
When you mineral stack, do you have like some specific order of when the drones come out for how you do it?
Yeah, at the beginning of the game. You just want to make it so that you have enough open minerals for the ones that are about to hatch. So when the overload pops, you know you're going to have 2. And then an extra 1 when you hit 50, so you just plan for that.
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's good because you get, like, if I don't mineral stack, you basically when your overlord finishes, you should be at 10 supply. You can get 100 minerals and you have 2 larvae. But if you mineral stack, you can have like 120. So it makes a pretty big difference. You get your 3rd drone up right away as soon as the 3rd larva comes out, like to 13 supply.
Alright, so I'm going to 15 hatch. I already started moving my first overlord into the direction of the left corner spawn because I know that he's not in the top spawn. So I'm just watching for any zerglings coming at me now, just in case he did a 10 pull or something like that. Yeah, so at this point, completely blind. Just going to go up to 16 now and then put down my pool and then put down my gas at 17. My very normal 15 hatch build. You can get your gas a little bit early, but it's not very significant. So everything's pretty standard right now.
16 pool, 17 gas?
Yep. So from the production tab, we can see that he's doing a 14-14 opening. So there's various things he can do. He can go into a baneling all-in. He can expand off of it. And if he expands off of it, then he can apply baneling pressure, or he can try to drone up as much as he can to catch up to the 15 hatch. So basically what you want to do is to ensure that you don't build that too many units, because there's always the case where he's not going to be applying aggression. And if you build nothing but units and he doesn't apply aggression, then he catches up and sometimes exceeds you in econ. And then the whole point of 15 hatching becomes completely irrelevant. So at this point I'm completely blind, but I see these first 2 zerglings, so I know that he did not open 15 hatch. So I'm going to build a spine crawler in my main base just to be safe. And I'm going to invest in some lings. No, he's going baneling nest.
No, do you go baneling nest before speed, though?
No, I don't go banelings.
Oh, okay. So you're pretty confident you can hold a baneling all in here?
Well, there's too many builds against this. I'm not going to go over all of them. We're just going to focus on this one and doing this game. So this one, I'm just getting my speed as fast as I can. So I'm going to hit 100 gas right now, as you can see. Now, I built 2 spine crawlers because initially I thought that he was going to do some crazy all-in on me. But I do see this hatch here. Huh, this is really weird. I see this hatch, but oh, there we go. I can't throw it. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, you can.
Ooh, thank God. I was going to be like, whoa.
Why are you not killing
This doesn't
those
make any
overlords,
sense at all.
Are you worried about zerglings coming in and taking your queen if you can?
No, okay, well, this is going to sound so stupid, but I can show you a ton of games that I do this. Whenever I play on ladder, I never kill overlords that they accidentally misplace rally in front of my base.
Oh,
because I don't like playing a game where I get a lead for no reason.
Yeah. I remember you did that to Sheth one time and typed a smiley face.
I had a game versus Sheth where he forgot to move his overlord when we were close air spawn in Shakur's plateau. And so the overlord was on top of literally on top of my base when my queen hatched. And then he started moving it away, and I think I took it down to like 50 HP and then decided to just let it live. So, yeah. But yeah, obviously if he gives you an overlord kill, go for it. I think this game I could have gotten 2 because he had some really crazy
he had them rally right in front of you.
But yeah, so for winning purposes, yes, please kill overlords. They're great to kill. Alright, so back to this game. He did a little bit of zergling pressure. So what I'm going to do here is I know that in ZvZ you just want to be ahead, right? So how I'm thinking is he built those Zerglings in order to apply pressure, so it would make perfect sense for him to be droning behind this. So I use this opportunity to build things to kind of surprise him, and then I drone behind this. So if I catch him in the act of trying to drone, I might be able to do a little bit of damage. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. I see the banelings. I can't go in, but you know, maybe I get a queen. Any damage is good. Nope, can't even get it. So that was a pretty bad fail. This is kind of bad. Should not have happened like that, but fortunately for me, this player's build is a little bit irregular, so he's not macroing that well. So I'm not as behind as I should have been.
Yeah, his income it's really bizarre.
Yeah, it is bizarre.
And now he's getting. It looks like he's all inning you. Oh no, that's
that
you.
Is strange.
That's you building the roaches.
He had like no drones for a second there. That's really weird.
Yeah, only 26 drones. Oh well, we're focusing on yours.
Yep.
Now he should be a few drones behind you at least here, right?
He should be, yes.
But he went banelings. So
I did stop the Zergling pressure, so I think he did need to morph those banelings. So right now I'm going to try to get my expansion. Metalopolis is amazing to get your third. It's very easy to defend because the distances are so short. And I have an Overlord on top of this third to see if he's taking that expansion. So I know that he's not, so I'm assuming that he's going to be layer teching here. So I'm going to try to spread my units so that if he tries to run into my base, I'll block the ramp, and if he tries to go into my third, I'll be able to kill him. And I have Overlords in place, so if he switches to roaches and does an all-in somewhere, I'll be able to see him switch over. So I'm taking my additional gases here. Basically, you want to time your gases in ZvZ based on how many drones you have. So I'd say 2 gases, you should start affording it at about the 30 to 35 drone mark. This is obviously assuming that you're not going fast tech into mutas, or else it should be way earlier.
Yeah.
And then once you hit 40 drones, you really should be getting all 4 gases, because not because 40 drones can afford 4 gases, but it's because you're going to be building drones the whole time. So once you're at 40, by the time the gases finishes, you'll be at 50, and that's 2 base saturated, so you can definitely afford the gases. So at this point I'm pretty blind. I'm going to be waiting for my layer tech to finish in order to morph an Overseer to go into his base, so I'll be able to counter whatever he's going, because I know that his expansion's a lot later than mine. So if he's doing the same tech as I am on roaches, I will have a significant lead because my third base is already finished. And if he doesn't decide to do roaches, then I need to be able to be ready for mutas. So here comes the Overseer, put into his base.
A normal build, he should have mutas pretty soon.
Yeah.
They seem actually.
Well, not really, because you remember how I did that Zergling attack, right? If I saw 2 gases being taken there, then his mutas would come now, but I would have prepared for that. But he doesn't have the gas to afford mutas 2 minutes before this time, because he took his gases so late. So here I see a Baneling Nest, I see a Roach Warren. I'm going to assume he's going roaches, which is why I don't build anything at this point, but luckily for me, he allows me to put in a Changeling, and that Changeling is going to scout the Spire. Anytime now, I should realize it. Yeah, there we go. So now I start to build my Spore Crawlers.
Are you not worried about his third here?
Well, it's the reason why I didn't apply pressure on it is because I was worried more about defending my own, because mine was significantly earlier than his, so even if I let his third up, I still have the econ advantage. So now I'm going to push out with these roaches to try to stall the mutas, because he is going to be attacking me somewhat. And this is a little bit of a mess. Yeah, I really should have left some units back. So at this point, if he sends his mutas to my third, I might lose it, so I'm going to attack his main base, because I want him to see my units on the pathway of me heading to his base. So ideally I wanted to cancel the third, but right now I'm in a bad spot, so I can't do it. A little bit of bad play on my part, but...
You're going into Hydras.
Yeah.
Some people say you should go into Festus first, sometimes you go into Hydras first. How do you make that decision?
Well, if your overall plan is to eventually get both, then you should definitely go in Festus first. It allows you to be not susceptible to Baneling busts. If you go Hydras, you have to make sure that he doesn't randomly run in with Banelings, because that can actually just end the game if he gets a good hit. So here I'm getting some pretty okay damage done. It's not going to be that significant unless I kill that.
Did you kill that hatch? Or what is that?
I think I'm going for drones here. The reason I go for drones is because I know that he's a third base, so yeah, that's why I run up there. So now I have enough Hydras to stop this. So basically at this point, because I'm losing all these roaches, what I want to do is macro up, get an army of infestors, roaches, and Hydras, and then just attack him.
So now you're just trying to sit on three base.
Yeah, I have way too many spore crawlers and Hydras. He can't really break me at this point, so I'm going to put down my infestation pit and just create a big death ball and go from there. What's your time at?
I'll pause at 14:30.
And go. Yep, so he can't really break me right now, so this is a perfect time for me to save up gas in order to build that nice ball of infestors.
Okay, so 12 Hydras is all you're planning on making, right? And then...
You can go more. Once the infestors are out, you have a lot more leeway on what you want to build, because it's more difficult for him to harass you and pick up units. He has to be careful about getting fungal.
And you're back to roach. Okay.
Yep.
So now, your goal is you got to get that third droned up and get the gas taken care of.
Mm-hmm. Just be sure when you have an army composition like this, going into infestors, you are very susceptible to banelings being run in. If he gets one good hit and kills all your Hydras, then you have nothing to defend against the mutas. So that's why I stopped Hydra production and built the roaches here.
You need to keep roaches in front of your shit.
Yep.
When are you going to realize that he killed that gas? There you go. Okay.
Alright, so infestors are about to come out, which will allow me to fully stabilize. He won't be able to harass me, even the way he's doing now, which is not really damaging, but he won't be able to harass at all once the infestors are out, which is really good for me.
So this is what a Terran feels like. You got mutas up in his grill.
Until he gets a Thor.
Yeah. Okay.
The only difference is Thor is also counter everything else. And are huge. And look awesome.
They're gone from the game, though.
That's too bad.
Let's just take a sneak peek and see where his mutas are.
Wow, that was a good fungal. Yay!
Oh, you got them.
Yeah, there's really not much to say at this point. I'm literally just trying to max on this army, and then I'm going to be moving out. There's not much else I can do, and...
So, correct, you don't mind losing those roaches because you did some pretty good damage. You killed... Well, you only killed 11 workers.
Well, I definitely do mind killing those roaches. I just had to do it because I made a terrible mistake of not leaving units back, so I had to go all the way... Because I was heading to his third base, which I definitely would have cancelled. That would have put me in an amazing league. But then he did a Ling run by with like 10 Lings, and I didn't have any units there, so that was a little bit silly of me. So at that point, it was way too late for me to... Oh wow, I got all the mutas. Okay, that's really good for me. So at this point, I really should just move out right now. Once I kill all of that, that's a huge army deficit for him. That army value is really significant. That's like 2,000. So...
Yep. So he's lost. Well, he lost more than you, but you lost quite a bit.
Yeah, so at this point, what you want to do is make sure that if you went banelings, to prioritize fungling the banelings first. Hydra intention is the most important. They do the best damage against any roaches, spine crawlers, or obviously mutas that he might be building additionally. And fungal on the mutas is last priority, just because they're the most terrible unit in the straight-up fight. They don't target fire the roaches on priority, so you don't have to worry about your roaches dying to them. And only one fungal is sufficient for any number of Hydras to be beating them. So he does a little nice flank here, but I'm able to get into a nice ball, so it makes it pretty irrelevant. And fungals with Hydras, as you can see, is
oh wow, he came from all sides.
Spectacular.
That's not bad.
Yep.
Yeah, Hydras are such a good booster for that army.
Yep, for damage.
You're 0-2, he's 1-1, so...
Yeah. At this point, it's very difficult for him to come back, because I have the 3 ground tech, and he only has roaches.
And you're about to take the gold, so...
Yep. I like taking a forward base in this case, because I know that he cannot harass me without being fungaled. So I just take a base that's closer to him, because I want to be applying aggression. So the closer I am to his base, the better.
So you're not worried about Ling run-bys or anything?
At this point, not really, because I can just, I have 10 roaches building. You just have to kind of deal with it by using your units. So, at this point, it's really hard for him to do anything. I mean, he did go into Investor Tech, but he rightfully so did not invest into that because it just doesn't have the production for it. And, yep, that's pretty much a game.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's the last game, maybe, for this week, if we stick with 4. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Huh, thanks.
Subscribe to YouTube if you like our series, and comment on the TL page. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's important. Comment on the Team Liquid thread so we keep it on the front page, because the only reason we do these VODs is if we're getting views. If we're not getting views, then we're not going to do them. There's no point.
Nah, we'll probably stick with it. We don't have that many.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever.
we would keep doing it. But
we really don't have that many views.
Yeah, but I mean, if the only way to get views is to keep it on the front page, so that's the goal.
And see you guys at MLG Columbus.
Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot. That's going to be awesome.
It's like to the 10 people watching this, randomly meet them there. That would be awesome.
Maybe we'll wear our Stoic shirts if you didn't lose yours.
I have no idea where my Stoic shirt is.
Okay, I'm signing off.